Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of a Minecraft Let's Play. We are still in 1.8, and this episode we were actually going to be working on the armor display. The armor display I talked about last episode, the Hall of Armor, if you will. That is going to be up on that mountain over there. My inventory looks the same from last episode because it pretty much is, actually. Haven't done too much off camera between last episode and this episode, though quite a bit of time has actually passed. I decided to kind of wing it for the design of the building, as well as wonder why my FPS is dropping randomly for whatever reason. And it's back to normal. Whatever. Weird loading issue, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. I did do a little bit of thought on it. I do actually want to do the unenchanted and enchanted versions of each armor, as well as the leather and all of its dyed variants. One thing I do not have on me is redstone, so I cannot plan out the base of the building, and that is a big derp on my part. I do need to clean out all the tall grass from around this area, though, just to get an idea of what I actually have to work with and not get more or less blindsided by the tall grass here. So I will need to do that off camera, and let me grab some redstone, and we can actually kind of work out on a floor plan of this building. I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, I'm back, and I have cleaned out most of the tall grass around here. There's actually a large flat area here, a lot larger than I thought it actually was. Also, I don't think I actually finished my thought in regards to what I actually did off camera for pre-planning. What I did was I made a list of the armors and, well, just the unenchanted variant of, just to see how many pieces of armor sets there actually were, and that number comes out to be 21. If you're wondering where that 21 comes from, you have the 5 basic sets of leather, iron, gold, chainmail, and diamond. Not necessarily in that order, of course. And then you have the additional 16 variants of leather for the dyes, giving you 21 sets of armor in total that is possible for the unenchanted combinations. For the enchanted portion, there is a lot more combinations, of course. You could obviously have like protection 1 set, protection 2 set, protection 3 set, etc. I'm not worried about that. I am going to just trim it down to this is what it looks like enchanted, this is what it looks like when it's unenchanted. It'll cut out thousands and thousands of combinations of armor from the list, though we might add a section later on down the road to this building that has more or less a item graveyard, named items that I had named for one reason or another that I liked, that end up getting put away because they were too expensive to repair, cannot repair, and they've lived their life. Actually, I think I will do that, but probably not this episode. But that is something I do want to take into consideration, that when I make the floor layout, that is something I want to do at some point. Especially considering I think I have about 6 or 7 items already that are on their last legs and have been decommissioned because they can't be repaired easily or just isn't worth repairing. So yeah, that is definitely something I need to do. Also been lighting up the area the best as I can to, well, prevent getting attacked by everything under the night sky. I was about to say everything under the sun, but if it was the sun, these mobs would not be here. Really? Another one? Just go away. Already, please. Go away. No one wants you. No one wants you either. Like I said, no one wants you. Alrighty. So I've gotten a bunch freaking seeds that I'll never, ever need. Ever. 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 Because I have too many seeds already. So I'll go ahead and throw those off the edge. What I want to do with this area over here is I'm actually going to dig this portion out over here just a bit, cut it back so the front door isn't so claustrophobic. From the, I guess, upper portion of this plateau, the up-leveled portion of the plateau, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And then from here on, I'll probably take this down a layer just a bit, though I might leave it as is. I'm not entirely sure yet. And this is where the actual building will go. So with the mindset of knowing there are 21 sets of armor in the unenchanted form that need to go on display, giving us 42 sets of armor in total, I was debating whether or not I should make this a multi-tiered setup, having 21 armors in one line of the unenchanted variety, and then another branch that has them in the enchanted variety. With that, I can then put the center branch, the Hall of Fallen Items, if you will. That is one option. The other option is I make a large hall where it's 21 armors on one side, 21 on the other side, where it is the unenchanted and enchanted variety. And then either like outside next to the building, I put the staircase down into the item cemetery, or at the end of the hall, there is a staircase that leads down into the item cemetery. Either way, I don't know exactly what I want to do for the item displays for the fallen items or the armor stands themselves. I would like to do something a bit more special than just having a line of 21 armor stands next to each other. I would like some sort of break between them. That way they can be better distinguished between each other. Like, okay, this is what this set looks like, and you have nothing else to compare it to besides a neutral-looking wall. So you get the full effect and color of the actual armor set itself. With that in mind, I have some planning to do, and I'm not entirely sure how I want to do it. I would also like to give the armor stand some space, but if I give it too much space, it'll just be way too big of a building, and I don't think I'd want that. Let's see though, if I was going to start this building, I would probably start it... Do I have any dirt on me? I do have some. I would probably start it here, and that would be one of the corners. I would probably have a small storage space on the other side for extra armor before going into the actual displays. Now, this is where the question comes in, do I want it to be a 3x3 cell? So something like this, where the arm stand stands here and you can see it and you would be able to walk around it and see all of it in its glory. Or the other option is, do I want it to just kind of be a 1x1 cell, where it's here, you see the front of it, and that's about it. I would much prefer this, but then again, the size of the building would get much large, much quick. Very, very large, very, very quick, much wow. I don't know. I'm trying to do the Doge meme. Just can't. Just can't. So this is what at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's only 4 cells right now for armor. That'd be the 5th, 6th. This, by the way, is the long haul design, which may or may not be the best idea. And I'm not too worried about using up the dirt to fill this in at the moment. So that was 6 cells. This would be the 7th, and then 8th, and Enderman. Holy crap! Heart skipped a beat. 8th cell. So that would actually give me 16 on either side right now, if I was to do the split hallway. How much more could I go, actually? I'm gonna grab that dirt block. That'll be 9 on each side, so that's 18. 2, 3. Okay, and that would be 20 on each side, and then the final one could go like so. Making a little corner here, and then that would be duplicated on this side, and this wing of the building would be the unenchanted variants only, and then I would have another wing over here possibly that demonstrated the enchanted variants. So this would essentially go all the way down to... Pick up the dust in a moment. You're in the way, Torch. So are you. Alrighty, let me go grab some of that dust before it despawns. Not that I really need the dust that badly, but waste not, want, waste not, want not. As I say, I suppose. Grab the dust. So yeah, I've actually been using redstone dust, by the way, for planning purposes since very, very early beta. Pretty much within the first month of me starting to play this game, I discovered redstone and its uses for actually planning out projects. So the midpoint for this would be... Where is the midpoint for this, actually? Did I not make this? I did. Oh, I see. Those ended up being bigger than I intended. Okay. I was going to say, I thought that was going to be a 3-wide hallway in the end. Yeah, because then that'll be the doorway for this wing. And I need... Gonna put sword space on this side as well. And then this would be the other cells on this side. I don't have any other dirt on me. Okay. So yeah. This is a 3x3. There's going to be a glass wall or maybe some sort of lighting here. Something to help display it off, and you are in the way, cow. And then that'll be the same on this side, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is off by 1 as well. Okay. And that is why I used redstone dust for the planning purposes. Especially on camera. Because it's so easy to break, and if you lose some of the redstone, it's not the biggest issue in the world, because usually most people get too much redstone that they don't know what to do with anyway. And there's no block breaking anyway. And it's a good blueprint layout system, so I can actually put redstone down there as well. Just to help give me a good idea of the actual sizing of this. So that will actually end up here, and that will go up. Okay, and that is one wing right here. And then the next wing would probably continue from here onwards, and let's see, how wide was this? This is, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So not including this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is how far out the two wings would go. One with the enchanted, one with the unenchanted sets. The other layout I have in mind that I think I touched upon already briefly was the enchanted. Yeah, it was for the longhouse, but I could make it so the unenchanted and the enchanted are across from each other, so you get an idea of what they look like, more or less side by side, without being visually an issue. That is an option, but that means I would not be able to use the end cap, the end one here, like I want. I could also cut that into two different wings, but then there is the issue of, well, how do I cut that into two different wings, considering the leather has 16 color variants, not including the base leather color itself, and then there's only the 5 actual base armor sets. I feel like if I cut it in between the leather set dyed colors, it would just look weird to me. But it is an option. And as you can see, there was not enough space to even do the long hallway in the 3x3 cell system. I'm sure there would be a lot more space if I actually went with a 1x1 cell. There would actually be a lot more space. I would be able to do the long haul system that way, but yeah, I would not be able to display them as well as I would like. So I think I'm actually going to go with this layout design in the end. So let me go ahead and lay out the rest of that dust then. And kind of think about what I want to do for the actual blocks themselves. And I also need to grab some dirt and fill in those holes and whatnot so they are evened out. Alrighty, here's the biggest question. So that actually goes out, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I'll finish that off camera. I'll be back with you guys in a moment once I have the holes filled and the rest of this redstone laid out, and I've come up with an idea of what I want to do for the building design itself. Alrighty, I'm back, and I got the area more or less figured out. And this is pretty much how big it is going to be. I do have some additional design changes I would like to do to this, and I am out of dirt in my inventory, by the way. I went through, I think it was about 10 stacks of dirt for this, filling in the ravine area over there. A underground lake that was around here. Those holes that you saw over there, they've been filled up. Also kind of expanded this area out just a bit so it looked a little more natural. But yeah, this is the building footprint, if you will, in redstone dust. It's actually a pretty large building. I think I said this was 12 from that middle wall over, so that's 25 blocks wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 45, 48 blocks along approximately. Yeah, I'll just call it 50. Call it good at 50. So 50 by 25 area for the armor displays. That is a lot of space. I did not think it was going to take that much space, to be honest. For the item graveyard, as you can see, I do have a lot of space over here, as well as on the opposite side here, for a potential stairwell. What I want to do is more or less, excuse me, kind of burped. Don't know if the mic picked it up. More or less expand this into a 3-wide hallway all the way along here. I'll probably put an entrance or doorway here and watch the zombie die as I look up. Maybe an entrance here, so I go in through here and then I can head down that wing or this wing But then again, if I put a doorway here, I end up losing out on that potential staircase. So maybe I won't do that, I'm not entirely sure. The other option is I could put a doorway here that leads to the left or right, and more or less create a sign that says enchanted this way, unenchanted displays this way. That way I have both the left and right hand sides to put staircases down. If I do create a door on this side, even if it was there or there, I would like to have one on that side, only because that is so far over that it would be nice to have a doorway here, but I'm not sure how that would look. I could also put it here, or here even, and then put the staircase here. I was going for either a 1, 2, or 3 wide staircase down. I would actually prefer a 2 wide staircase, 2 to 3. So this would work for that 2 wide staircase I would want, and would also allow me to get the door in. The other option is I could also put a door here. That way this is still usable for the staircase, and I can still have another exit over there. Yeah, that is what my intentions are. I haven't really decided on what blocks I want to use for the actual building itself. I would like to use stone bricks, polished andesite, and maybe gray wool in some cases, like for the flooring of the actual armor stands, and then put glowstone here. That way the armor stand more or less has a front lighting kind of projecting onto it kind of look. This building is also going to be windowless, so I'm not going to be using any glass in the walls to the outside. I might consider some glass work on the ceiling or something for like a chandelier type of thing, but the building might not be large enough for chandelier styled lighting. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, this is what the building layout looks like though. And this is enough space for each armor set in its unenchanted and enchanted form. And that is going to be a lot of work. So let me actually come up with a few designs in my creative test world, and I will meet you guys over there with those design ideas, and we can kind of take a look at them, maybe take a look at the pros and cons between them, and maybe actually have a vote for the end of the episode on which design you guys would like to see. So yeah, I'll see you over in the creative test world once I have some designs laid out for this building. Alrighty, I'm back, and need to wrap up this episode. It's getting a little bit long. This is what I have for a few designs of the actual armor stand areas. I thought about it. Instead of using glowstone, I could use redstone lamps. The redstone lamps actually seem to work out a lot better in terms of visually appealing and a little bit more smooth transition into the colors around it. I don't have any armor on these, but let us actually grab some armor. Let's see, that is 9, 8, 7, and 6. So let's go ahead and throw some armor onto here. As well as some armor onto here. So this is what it looks like without the enchantments on them in this particular design style. And this is what it looks like with the glowstone instead of the redstone. Instead of using this gray wool, I decided to use light gray wool to see what that looks like. So we're going to put some armor on these guys. That's what it looks like with the glowstone. I think the glowstone actually works better with the light gray wool instead of the actual gray wool. The light gray wool, in my opinion, does not work out with the redstone lamps, but I'm curious to know what you guys think on this. And here it is, what it looks like without the armor on again. I do have additional building layouts here, so if any ideas are given to me, I can kind of see what they look like, and we can take another look at them next episode. This project will probably won't be done for a while, for a few episodes, because, well, gotta wait for feedback, you know. I'll do have some other things planned that I want to do for the next few episodes. And here's kind of what it would look like, by the way. Kind of just walking through here. So la-di-da, taking a look, taking a look. And then it would be kind of onwards, looking again. Yeah, so I would probably be around in the middle point, kind of looking at them, just for display purposes. Of course, this has no real function overall. It's just kind of a decorative thing. And it's not something you see done too often. Especially considering how new the armor stands are. And how impractical this kind of build would be to actually make it functional as well. Yeah, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you have any ideas, please leave a comment or tweet them at me. Or if you have any build designs, maybe that's a bit more encompassing than just these here, and maybe for the overall building, feel free to tweet the pictures at me on Twitter. The link to my Twitter is down below. And yeah, take it easy, guys. See you guys next time. And I don't know why I just kind of started on the words there. Yeah. See you guys next time. Take it easy. Goodbye.